So apparently she thinks that the, I think they're called dead cats, the wind muffs that are on the microphone, she thinks it's a chew toy. Trying to get cute shots of her playing with a rug turns into, let go of my microphone.
To our new spot. You can't stay in a spot for more than 2 weeks, and this is our new spot. So there's no lake view, but it's very wooded and very nice. So we're gonna go and get Robbie's car, bring it back over here because we have this car over at the other spot, and then we're gonna, I don't know.
We followed the trail to the end. Girls taking pictures. Not exactly what we expected.
That was a lot of room.
We expected a beachfront type thing. Yeah, that's
Something
not
a little
it.
bit more kid friendly.
How did we get the dog? So I was at work one day and Rachel sends me a text. I got you a surprise. I'm like, ooh, what did you get me? And I was like, is it food? No. And I said a couple of other things. No. She's like, you will never guess. I'm like, oh, okay. So I started listing a couple of like $500 items that I've been like begging for, like I want it.
I was like, no.
No way, like not even close. So then I was like, okay, if it's a dog, you're in trouble. Mind you, we're texting. Then I also said, if it's chickens, you're in trouble. She didn't answer me back until I got home. I sit down and she goes, do you want your food or do you want your surprise? So I got up, I was like, all right, you know, what is it? She leads me down the hallway, opens up the laundry room and says, there's your surprise. Cute itty bitty Willow, little puppy. So I fell in love with her. She kind of melted me, but I'm like, we don't even have a house. Like, what are we gonna do with the dog? And it really, oh, my kids are bringing us the puppy. Look at this. This is Willow. So, yeah, I wasn't exactly sure what we were gonna do, and it did kind of change things up a little bit, but I'm glad that she found her. So, then we sat down and Rachel decided to tell me how she got the dog.
How I got this dog is because I was doing our arbitrage and I went to a couple Walmarts and decided that I was going to go to Malvern and check out their Walmart. Went over there to the Walmart and I'm going and pulling in, and there's this little kid with a sign and it said something. Of course, curiosity, I went over there to check it out, and there was a sign that said free dogs, and I'm like, or free puppies, and I'm like, okay. And I yelled over to the guy, I said, hey, what kind of puppies do you have? And he said Schnauzer, and I'm like, okay, a Schnauzer. And I looked it up really quick. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, there's this lady and she's standing there and she's like, if you she's like, if you don't get the dog, I'm getting the dog. And so the guy was like standing there. He said, are you both want the dog, or, you know, what's going on? She's like, oh, one of us will take the dog. So I'm like, okay, this lady's really thinking about it. And I was like, I held her and I was just like, she is so cute and I like her a lot. She was so tiny and stuff. And he left, and he just left. And then the lady looks at me and she's like, well, you know, I really don't need another dog. She said, I have 4 Chihuahuas and a bulldog. And she's like, I really don't need it. Well, by the time I handed the dog back to the girls, you know, they were loving her, and she's pretty much told me she's not taking the dog. So I was stuck with her. Not that I was stuck with her. I really liked the thought of having her, but I knew that we weren't ready for a dog, so I was like, oh no. So we went into Walmart, bought her a bunch of stuff, and instantly love her. We instantly fell in love with her. We put her in my purse. She walked around, and it was a lot of fun. Oh no, what happened? You fall down?
Head me.
Oh darn. I'm teaching her right now. This one is sit. Good girl. This one's a little bit harder for her to do. Lay. Good job. Okay. Paw. Sit. Paw.